getting ready for the ball game tonight. The first of these semifinals. Northern Valley at 17-1 will take on Lenora Wildcats 6-10. Northern Valley the number 1 seed. Lenora the number 5 seed. To get here, Northern Valley received the first round bye. Lenora defeated Herndon on Monday night, 62-39. A good ball game as they pull off a round upset as Herndon was ranked 4th. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Then we'll talk with Jim Jacobs. For the Northern Valley Huskies at 17-1 under head coach Bill Riley. Number 15, Ronald Stein. Number 24, Trisha Davis, a 5'8" junior. Number 34, Stacy Ross, a 5'8" Chuck Burns. Number 9 senior. And number 22, Kristen Fraser, a 5'5" sophomore. You're talking quickness, you're talking good ball handlers, and you're talking defensive pressure. Look for Nick Slowry, the ball by KC. For the Lenora Wildcats, 6-10, under head coach Richard Einstein in third year. He'll be starting number 10, Trendy Barlow, a 5'2" junior. Number 21, Debbie Freeman, a 5'7" senior. Number 25, Jeannie Nathan, a 5'4" sophomore. Number 32, Janet Berry, a 5'10" senior. And Emily Kozak, number 43, a 5'6" junior. He was to start Carol Hendrick, but she'll be coming off the bench tonight. Look for him to go about 7 equal feet. When you talk Lenora Wildcats, you're talking strength inside, height, and they have an advantage tonight over Northern Valley. Northern Valley went makes up for that. Lenora, a very good team. They've been up and down this season, Jim, but they've been playing good as of late. This will be an interesting ball game. You've had a chance to see this Northern Valley club before. What sticks in your mind about these two Huskies?
Well, they have a good inside game, and they also like to get out and run fast breaks, so it'll be pretty interesting to see if they can control the boards and run their break.
And now we're going to join the playing of the national anthem. The national anthem played by a duet of brass on the far side. And again, our thanks to Principal Charles Doherty and the Logan High School folks. We'll be talking about them throughout. They've got a good start on this 1A regionals. We're getting ready for action. Again, starting tonight for Lenora will be Emily Korzak, a junior, in replace of Carolyn Hickard, who we just saw come in the gymnasium right before, about 2 minutes before game time. So head coach Einspar going with Korzak, but look for her to come off the bench rather quickly. Ross is up by Fisher, and it's run by Northern Valley. There in the green and white, going left to right against the blue and white Wildcats of Lenora. Wildcats last night at K-State didn't have such good luck. Shot on the right side by Kaiser Walker. Pulled out there by Lenora. He got a foul. Going inside for the rebound was Barlow for Lenora. And we have a reach-in foul by Rhonda Stein. She's had foul trouble throughout the season. Such a heady ball player. She likes to go and usually gets to where the ball is. Sometimes it's just a fraction late, but she's got a lot of quickness. Just underway, first quarter action. Logan High School. Shot from the outside by Barlow. Way short, just gets net. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be Northern Valley basketball. An erratic starts, but it's an early ball game. 6:30 starting time. I guess that's when they start all their regular season games. Jim not quite full tonight. Pass inside, not by Barlow. Taken away by Korzak. On the other way, Barlow. That's across the lane, off the glass. That's Jimmy David with 2 points in the ball game. Lenora leads now 2-0. 7:17 to go. Northern Valley working against a 2-3 zone. Pass inside to Davis. Sides, nice assist to Sides. Davis cut through that lane, and she was open inside against that zone. Now Northern Valley goes back after they try to ball game, and they're applying some pressure of their own. Full court, that's what they do. That's the brand mark of this Husky ball club. Got a foul down the other way. And it's a blocking foul they say with the body. Foul on number 32, Monica Ross. Lenora now going against this Husky defense down the middle. On the shot, that's Kozak. Of course, rather, and Stacy walked with the ball. That's going to be turnover number 1 in this ball game. Turnovers also, that's what the key to the ball game is, the defense. For Northern Valley setting up their offense. They look to cause turnovers with that pressure defense. Tie ball game, 6:51 to go. Aggressive Lenora defense cut inside by Davis again from side. So second assist by Sides, the second bucket by Davis. Boy, they're working that right side. Berry back to David. 6:36 to go. David takes it across, but she's swiped there by Kaiser. Back to Sides. Cross the lane to Ross. She lays it off the glass. Casey Ross with 2 points now, so 1 point all around, and 1 bucket off the fast break around the turnover off the full court pressure. The other two working on a half court situation. Now 6-2. Lenora scored first, but Northern Valley now with 3 unanswered buckets. Pass down low to Berry, but they're going to call a foul on the right side. Foul will be called on Monica Ross. And that'll be her second foul. They say pushing to get position as she reached in for the pass. Janet Berry, solid ball player, looking inbounds it. Back out front to David. Nancy Hogan getting ready to check in, a senior for Northern Valley. Right side, that's Riemann. Tries to get into Berry. Boy, Berry had such a good Cheyenne Conference tournament. Good ball player. Shot on the outside by David, left wing, no good. Weak side, rebound by Stacy Ross. Out of the side, down close back to Davis. They're fast breaking out of that. Davis got it off the glass. 6 points for Davis. David for Lenora. Pulls up, gets it off. The Barlow right there. The ball's taken away by Kaiser. We've got a whistle and a foul. Foul on. Let's see. Well, I don't see who they called on. Did you catch that? No, I didn't. It was on the transition and a steal and a loose ball. We'll see if we can pick that up when we come back. But it's a timeout right now. 8-2 Northern Valley with the lead. 5:41 to go. First quarter action. Northern Valley has the basketball. Kaiser stole it. Barlow reached in to commit the foul. Nancy Hogan, the senior in the ballgame for Northern Valley. They're up by 6, 8-2. 5:20 to go in this first quarter. Davis, right side, drives against the zone. She lays it in. Boy, a nice soft touch. There's the Davis, junior. Been so solid all season. We've got another whistle on the inside. Let's see. Foul on number 22. They say at Northern Valley. That time Kirsten Kaiser was trying to get position on defense.
Yeah, they're playing aggressively denying the inbound pass. Once they get it in, then they drop back and they try and pick them up in a trap. But this time, Lenora has handled it pretty well.
Inside, down low, shot goes in by Korzak. Emily Korzak gets 2 points for Lenora. 10-4. Lenora has been playing well as of late, according to head coach Richard Einsbach. Pass down low, Hogan, right side, baseline to Ross. Stacy brought it back, cut out there by Berry. Back out front to Kaiser, right side again to Ross. Bounce pass inside for Davis. Kicked out of bounds by Janet Berry. For any type of defense, you can get your hand or foot on it, you do it. Still going to be Northern Valley basketball. Rhonda Sides to inbounds the ball. Right side back to Stacy Ross. Cross pass to Kaiser. Sides on that left side for about 18. A little bit short. Pulled down there by Debbie Riemann. Outlet there. Almost stolen by Northern Valley. Riemann gets it back. Drops it off to David. Right side now as they attack the lane. Barlow. Back out front to David. Over to Riemann. Right side. Looking down low that baseline. There's Barlow. First shot for about 18 on the baseline. Won't go with the rebound. Stacy Ross. Down court pass for Davis. A little bit short. She had to go back for it. And right there is David for Lenora. They'll attack. They're going right to left. Northern Valley doing what they want to do. Fast breaking and off the boards, and they're looking to play pressure defense. They put pressure on the ball. 10-4. Northern Valley with a 6-point lead. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Shot out front by David. A little too high. Nancy Hogan with the rebound in the lane. Outlet to Kaiser. Down to Davis. And her shot off the glass rolls around the rim and won't go. Rebounded there by David, they say. She was out of bounds and came back in to grab the board, and that's a no-no. So it's still going to be Northern Valley basketball. Inbounds to Davis. Davis looking inside to a cutter. Nothing there, though. Kaiser thought about going down the lane. Back to sides into Davis. Right baseline for about 5. She's got it. We've seen that before a couple times this ball game. Now 12-4, and from behind, Sides knocks the ball away from Barlow. Kaiser comes up with it. Rhonda calls that steal. Davis over to Sides. Right baseline. Looking inside. And they're going to call a turnover, a 3-second call against Ross. for Northern Valley.
Lance, Northern Valley has been having tremendous success getting the ball inside of the zone on the strong side, on the ball side. They're just lobbing it inside to Davis, and she is putting them in when she gets it in there.
Now the ball game hits her. She drives for Lenora. Caroline Hicker, the 5'9" senior, into the ball game. She had 18 points against her, and now with 2. She just checked in, and she drove that right baseline. Ball passed down low cross lane, and it's going to go out of bounds. And over to Northern Valley girl. Off the six, it's going to be a turnover. That time, Northern Valley tried to work it down on that right side, as Jim described before. They were passing from the left side, but it went out of bounds. Into the ball game, number 13, Jamie Cummington, 5'8" junior. Part of that strong bench that head coach Valley likes to lose. Other way, Hickert has it taken away by Kaiser. Back to side, up to the line, and she's got it. 2 points for Rhonda Sides. It's now 14-6. We can keep track of how many times you cash in for points after a turnover. Northern Valley would be a team high up in those totals. Knocked out of bounds, it's still going to belong to Lenora. Boy, Northern Valley all over the place. They like to pressure that ball from one end of the court to the other. They're in a 1-3-1 right now, or zone. The 905 defense, you put your hand in the face and you pressure the ball constantly. Bounce pass right side, Riemann looking inside to Barry. That's her first shot. It rolls off the backside. There's Rhonda Sides. Looking out, but she does. Over to Stacy Ross down the middle. Bounces it over to Davis, and she'll get off the glass on the left side. Boy, nice job by Ross to keep control of that ball and get it over to Davis. Now 16-6. And we've got a foul, as they say. Rhonda Sides, her defensive effort reaches in. And on Rhonda, that will be her second. That'll be the 5th team foul, so Lenora will be able to go to the line. Checking into the ball game for the Wildcats, Sammy Wong, a 5'2" freshman. Both of these teams have a lot of youth.
You know, it's kind of funny, Lance. It depends on the coach's substitutes, but at one time, Lenora will have the height advantage, and then they'll change a few people around, and Northern Valley will have the height advantage, and it's working back and forth both ways as they place people.
With the bucket at the line, Jeannie David, 3 points now for David. Going into this game, head coach Bill Lowry for Northern Valley felt that Lenora had the height advantage. She misses a second one. Ross with the rebound, but as we've seen all year, Northern Valley so tough. On the inside, they balance out the disadvantage with the height by their quickness and their shooting. Covington looking inside, has it slapped back out. Ross gets it inside, though, but there's Hickert. And they're going to call a foul on Hickert.
Well, I'd say when Hickert's not in the ballgame, which he wasn't to start the game, Northern Valley definitely has the height advantage at that point. And also when Nancy Hogan comes in for Northern Valley, that's a 5'9" girl, and that's a lot of height too. So it just depends on who they're using and when. But it does look like Northern Valley has a lot more quickness inside.
It's really maybe the height edge might go a little bit to Lenora, but the quickness inside, as Jim said, really leads that. At the line, Stacey Ross's first shot was good, but she stepped on the free throw line, so that negated her first toss. So she'll get a second try. It was a 2-shot opportunity. This time she doesn't hit the line, and she doesn't hit the basket. Rebounded there by Hickert. Lenora looking to fast break it. She does, all the way down to the freshman. Long, it goes out of bounds. Let's see what they call it. Last touched on. Northern Valley got their hands on it before it went out of bounds. Coming into the ball game, number 11, Tanya Moline, a 5'5" sophomore.
Northern Valley was getting back in position. They just barely, Stacey Ross just barely touched the ball and went out of bounds.
Lenora on the attack, shot right side by Riemann, a little too hard. Moline comes down with the rebound. Comes into the ball game and pulls down a defensive board. Into Davis, back out to Moline, right side. Davis gets it back on that right wing, looking for a lane. She's open now, decides to take it a little too hard, rolls in and out, and rings the rim. Rebounded there by Barry. Outlet, though, stolen by Kaiser, who's incredibly quick. Looks to Stacey Ross, back to Kaiser. She'll set it up between the circles. We're now at a minute 30, 16-7. Northern Valley with the lead in this first quarter. Kaiser gets it back, shoots, free throw line, and it bangs in. Kirsten Kaiser, sophomore with 2 points. And incredibly enough, Northern Valley at 17-1. They've been getting their wins. They've been growing. Confidence has been seeping in. So they're 17-1, but they have progressed. Even for a 17-1 team, they've been getting better and better. On the drive, left side, down the left side of the lane. That time, Jeannie David took advantage of a misread on the defense for Northern Valley and took it right to the hoop. 18-9. Northern Valley now with a 9-point lead. Davis open, top of the key. Her shot goes in. Makes that Kaiser. Kirsten Kaiser set up, and she was open, and she said she'll take it, and she did. 20-9 now. Davis fronted there. Left side now to Long. Hickert, left baseline, thought about it. Cut off there, back to Long. Long was looking inside. She juked with right, and they said she was traveling. So it's going to be a turnover for Lenora. Back into the ballgame, Monica Ross. Sitting down will be Stacy Ross. The senior in for the sophomore, Ross for Ross. 35 seconds to go, first quarter action. 29. Logan High School, Jim Jacobs, the Lance Flipper, court side, Covington, left side, and her shot won't go for about 8 on the lane. Janet Berry gets the board. Down court, that's David, driving all the way, right side of the lane. She started off the outlet pass. David now with 7 points, 20-11, and Lenora staying close. The blue and white challenging the green and white of Northern Valley. 10 seconds now, under 10. First quarter action. Right side for Lane. Oh, she lost it. She runs it down, though. 5 seconds. Back to Kaiser. Over to the lane. 2 seconds. She'll shoot. Partially blocked by Perry and out of bounds. That time they didn't use the clock very well, but they got the shot off and it was blocked by Perry. That'll end the first quarter. 20-11. Northern Valley with the lead. You look at 13-6. One to the right side of the lane for 2. 20-13 now. They're inching a little bit closer. Davis on the side. He's trapped it back up. And then the base is crowding. Yeah, she was overdrafted a little bit, trying to deny that pass in and over the top. She's really throwing them up inside. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baskets inside, all in the paint. You know, and if she gets the ball inside, she knows what to do with it. Back into the ballgame will be Emily Korzak for Hickert. She has 2 fouls now. You have to wonder how much this not warming up will affect her. Pass down low to Davis from side. This time a little bit short. That combination is quick for 3 buckets. That time it just almost worked. Not quite. Rebounded there by Korzak. But good first quarter. Solid first quarter. Right side, that's David. Back out front to Barlow. Barlow thought about it. Take it back out front, top of the key. Kaiser reaching in, knocks it loose, but Barlow gets it back. Left side, that's Korzak. And they're going to say that she scooted her feet too. Costly turnover for Lenora. They could have cut into that lead a little bit more, got it down to 5.
So far, they've been playing pretty heads-up ball. They're not getting down. They were down quite a few points at one point, and they're still down with 7. But they played with their heads up, and they're not getting down still.
Shot by Kaiser again at the line. She's got it. Boy, she's hit 3 from that spot. Good ball movement by the Huskies. Kaiser now with 6. Pressure set again by Northern Valley. They'll do it the whole game. The Huskies threw a couple different defensive looks at you throughout. Berry down low, back out to Riemann, back out to David, back to Riemann. There's that David with the shot, a little bit too hard off the weak side. There's Rhonda Sides. And she gets a whole bunch of weak side rebounds because she's there on that other side of the shot. Down to Ross, down low. She drove right baseline, and before she got started, as Harold Cuisine would say, before she put it in giddy up and go gear, she took an extra step. 22-13. Had to get Harold's name in on this somewhere. 6:24 to go, second quarter. And they're going to call a blocking foul on the defense that time. Stacy Ross sat down as the defender went around her. They said that she was moving when that happened. The foul on Stacy here first.
Trinity Barlow is a quick little guard, and if she gets the ball and they don't get the double team on her right away, the Northern Valley girls are having a little bit of trouble stopping her quickness. She's very quick when she's got a little momentum up.
The time her quickness didn't help her. She missed the first shot of that 1-and-1. Outlet side just got it at the line. Lenora back quickly. Davis. I think that's Kaiser. Right baseline won't go. The 22 with a missed shot. Down corner. Here comes the Wildcats. Riemann inside to Korzak. Knocked out of there, though, by Davis. Goes out on the far right corner. David came up with it. Davis was there for Northern Valley, and they say David. Jim David. So Lenora stepped on the out-of-bounds line. 6 minutes to go. On the attack, the Huskies from 18. Sides with a shot on the right wing, won't go in. Davis goes in the lane to get the board. And there's contact. As Riemann goes down, they're going to say she committed the foul, bumping into Davis. So body foul with Riemann. That'll be her first. Still not in the bonus situation for Northern Valley. It bounces to Kaiser. Back to Sides. Right side of the lane to Davis. Trying to bounce it inside to Ross, but that zone is there. They lose it for a minute, but Ross comes up with it. That's Monica. Her shot won't fall, but Davis gets the offensive board in the follow. Tisha Davis now with 14 points. Doing a good job with the offensive boards. Now 24-13. Northern Valley with the lead. Lenora's had a chance to cut it to 5. One hustle by Northern Valley. They are extremely quick. Barlow, left side, over to David. Her shot, off the back of the rim, rebounds out to her. But Ross steps in between and takes it away, out left the side. Tries to bounce it over to Davis, but there's Lenora. David got in front of Davis. David now going right down the lane. She'll put it up off the glass. It won't fall. And look at this, Barlow going inside, battling Ross, Monica Ross. Trendy Barlow at 5'2", got in there and is going to have a jump ball situation with the 5'9" senior.
Yeah, this is pretty obvious how it'll go. If Lenora's smart, they'll play a defensive tip and try and get back, stop Lenora getting a fast break off this. Stop Northern Valley getting a fast break off of it.
Tap is controlled by Ross. Out to Kaiser. Kaiser now top of the key, over to Davis. Her shot. Boy, what can you say when you say her shot? You can almost put it in the book.
Boy, she's having a good night. She really is. She hasn't missed hardly anything. She has a lot of points.
16 to be exact. 26-13 now. Right at the half-court line on the far side. It goes out of bounds. There's going to be another Lenora turnover.
She was trying to go down the sideline, tightrope down the sideline. She dribbled the ball off her foot, out of bounds.
The turnovers helping the Huskies, hurting Lenora. Lenora not able to cause Northern Valley to have a turnover, but right there, Northern Valley, their own worst enemy. Is this their second 3-second call in the lane? They're trying to take advantage of that zone. Right time, that time it was Stacy Ross, the culprit. 26-13, Northern Valley with the lead. David bringing it across the timeline with the dribble. She broke that pressure. That baseline now for Zach. Kicker getting ready to check back into the ball game. She finds David top of the key, looking left. Barry puts up a shot. Her shot won't go. With the rebound is Stacy Ross, and she had position that time, going over her back. Number 43.
Well, theoretically, Lance, you're not supposed to be able to dribble against the zone press. And yet, when Lenora gets the ball into David's hands, she's bringing it up. She's just enough quicker than the Northern Valley girls able to beat them and keep bringing the ball up the floor.
Back into the ball game from Lenora, Carolyn Hickert, and also Nancy Hogan, the senior for Northern Valley. It's 26-13 to the line. Stacy Ross off the front of the rim. Barry with the rebound. 4:20 to go, second quarter. Barry over to Hickert, top of the key, right side to Barlow. Cut off there by Ross. Shot outside by Riemann from about 20, won't go. Rebounded there by Stacy Ross, and they're going to say after the rebound that she was fouled by Jeannie David. David, that'll be her first. He got a little bit of the arm. Head coach Bill Lowry indicated that before the game he felt that the offensive boards for Lenora would be the key. In other words, their defensive boards. Jim, you think that's all helped true so far?
Well, so far Lenora does not have a single offensive rebound. So, yeah, I would say that's definitely been a big factor.
Not letting them have their second and third shot opportunities. The raw line is Ross. She hits the first one that time. Boy, she was dangerously close to stepping on the line again. The official right there. That's her third point. Back into the ball game. See who's in now. Jamie Covington in the lineup for Northern Valley. 27-13. Stacy Ross at the line. She gets the second one. Nice touch.
Yeah, Coach Lowry was pretty concerned about his inside game and being able to hold his own at the boards, but so far his girls have totally dominated things inside.
Into the ball game, Nancy Hogan for Stacy Ross. Barlow breaks the pressure this time. Looks left. And it goes right in the hands of Davis, and she took it down the other way and hit the official, and Lenora came back up with it on that right side. Riemann takes advantage of it, and she can't win for about 18.
Well, in that case, the official's part of the floor. You know, you've got to play with him. It was slapped right into him. He didn't have a chance to get out of the way.
Down low to Hogan, posting up on the left side. She's got it. Rondo side spotted her. Nancy Hogan got the bucket. With Davis, it was the right. Nancy Hogan this time taking advantage of that left side on that attack. Now 30-15. 15-point lead for Northern Valley. 3:28 to go. Hickert drives right side against Covington, and they're going to call her for the foul. As she was moving with Hickert. Did not have position. Called by the official underneath. That's the first foul on Jamie. 3:26 to go at the line. Carolyn Hickert. She had 18 points against Herndon. Riemann and Barry each had 15 points apiece. Last ball game against Herndon, Einspar said they shot 60% from the line. And Hickert makes the first one. 3 points for Carolyn. And she got a late start. She's just getting warmed up in this ball game. Second one won't go. Rebounded right side by side, but Hickert comes in and steals the outlet pass. She puts up her shot, partially blocked there. I think Coach Armstrong wanted a foul. Covington got the rebound. It ends up played by Hickert. Down the other way. Hogan over to Davis, and it goes in. Fisher Davis now with 18 points. Credit the assist to Hogan. Boy, good ball moving off the defensive board. That's the key to Northern Valley's ball game. They like the fast break. Follow left side was over from 18. Didn't take it. Back out front to David. Down the corner to Hickert on the baseline. Cross lane pass to Riemann. Her shot goes in. Boy, Riemann's been hot from that right side. All 6 points on that outside. 32.
She's got 3 baskets from a spot she can cover with a bushel basket there, Lance.
She knows her spot. Shot by Sides, right side won't fall. With the rebound, Hickert. Hickert going down court, runs into Kaiser, though. Kaiser strips the ball away. And right at half court, Covington and Barry go down. It's going to be a jump ball situation. Tanya Valine into the ball game. Kristen Kaiser taking a seat on the bench. 2:34 to go. 32-18. First quarter action. That's Covington against Barry. Barry with about an inch height advantage. Tapped up out of there, right back towards us. But David runs it down. I was ready to catch that one, but she got there quicker than I could. Right side to Barry. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Hickert, shot left baseline, bounds off the backside. Davis with a rebound. Outlets to the lane. Down the sides, right side. She'll pull up, looking left. Passing down low for Davis, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Lenora basketball. Maybe that time they passed it once too often as Lenora got back down to fill the lane up.
They passed off a good shot on this side, trying to get a little bit better one, and it cost them.
Usually it pays off, but that time it didn't quite work. 2 minutes to go now. 32-18. Lenora showing a lot of staying power. The Northern Valley in command. Looking back out front. Barry's pass is taken away by Sides. Down left to Valine. Valine runs it down, but nowhere for a shot. Back to Davis. Under pressure over Riemann. She gets it. Patricia Davis is looking like she's tossing up a tennis ball. Such good wrist movement. It's a nice straight shot. This time down. Sides takes the pass away from Barry. Bounces it down to Valine. Left side of the lane. She's got it. To Valine. First 2 points. It's a good way to beat any type of pressure is a bounce pass. And Northern Valley works it to the T to perfection. Now 36-18. Riemann back out front to Barlow. Left side to Hickert. Her shot a little too hard. Davis with the rebound on the backside on that baseline. They're looking to break. Sides down deep. She didn't see her. Bounces it over to Hogan. Hogan will take it to the basket. She'll put it off the glass. Boy, Nancy Hogan for her fourth point. Now 38-18. So 1 point, what could have been a 5-point Northern Valley lead is now a 20-point Northern Valley lead. 55 seconds to go. Hickert gets the pass. Left side cut off there by Sides, and Hogan gives it back to David. Her shot bounds out. Boy, Lenora getting ice cold right now. Defensive boards. The lead for Northern Valley. Davis down the side, and she's got it. Rhonda Sides now with 4. Boy, are they working that to a bit of perfection or what?
Fast break well. They've got Lenora totally demoralized right now. And it was a good time to time out, even though there's only 35 seconds left. He's very much in danger of getting blown out right now.
40-18 our score. Northern Valley with the lead. You're listening to 1A basketball coverage. And back at 1A regional basketball play, Logan High School. 30 seconds left in this first half. Northern Valley with a big lead. 40-18. Hickert, left side looking down low to Korzat. She drives, falls, gets it back to Bono. She's open for about 18. Passes up a shot. Has it going. She passed it back out front by Stacey Ross, driving right side of the lane, taken away by Barlow. Back the other way now. 12 seconds to go. Down to Hickert. She goes up against Covington, and they're going to call a foul on Covington. Carolyn Hickert not shy about taking it to the bucket, but that time Northern Valley back quickly on defense.
No, it was an intentional foul. She stopped the sure layup, so we'll see if it paid off, whether they can make a couple free throws or not.
Lenora, as we indicated, has been an up-and-down team this year. They can play exceptionally well or exceptionally poor. Right now, it's just how good Northern Valley's playing. First shot by Hickert won't go.
Yeah, the last 3 minutes of this quarter, they've done everything. They played just about flawless ball. They really put on a performance.
Carolyn Hickert at the line. Second one just won't fall. Boy, they are ice cold for the line and the field. 7 seconds to go. Down court, ball goes out of bounds right in front of the scorer's table to our left. It's going to be Northern Valley basketball, so 2 missed free throws by Hickert. Give opportunities to Northern Valley to score with 5 seconds to go. Kaiser looking for the shot. She'll drive right side, put it up on the wing for about 18. And it goes in. Nice shot by Kaiser to take her spot. That time it rolled in, dropped, it came back out and fell back in, and what a spin on the ball.
Sometimes they also be lucky a little bit too, Lance. That was more or less a desperation heave, and she got a heck of a good roll on it and got her down.
She worked it down right side. The halftime score right now, 42-18. Northern Valley with the lead. It's halftime. You're listening to 1A Regional Basketball, Hogan High School. We have a halftime score of 42-18. Northern Valley in complete control of this ball game. Lenora's head coach, Richard Einspar, indicated before the game if they're going to beat us, they're going to have to beat us with the outside shot. We'll give them that. Well, Northern Valley has taken that and a lot more. They've worked the fast break to perfection off the missed shots by Lenora. Lenora has gone kind of ice cold. They started out the first quarter shooting well, only trailing 20-11. But Northern Valley has closed down the defensive, has closed down the offensive opportunities, which we'll take a look at the statistics in just a second. And really, Lenora just not able to work that ball inside. So on the missed shots, Northern Valley taking it down on the fast break. Taking a look at the scoring for the Northern Valley Huskies, Tisha Davis, 20 points, and a lot of those coming within about 8 feet of the basket off assists from Hogan inside, and she's doing it all, following up shots and everything. So good ball game for Tisha, 20 points. That about says it all for her. Monica Ross has not scored. Kirsten Kaiser with 8 points. Nancy Hogan with 4 coming off the bench. Also off the bench, Tanya Moline with 2. 4 points apiece for Rhonda Sides and Stacy Ross. For Lenora, 7 points for Jean David, and those all in the first quarter. 6 points for Deb Riemann, and those all on the right side from the outside. 3 points for Carolyn Hickert, and 2 points for Emily Korzat. Doesn't sound like a lot. You're right. It's only 18 points worth. Again, our halftime score, 42-18, and Jim, just taking a look at that shot. You can see what Lenora's difficulties have been. They have not been able to work the ball inside off that half-court offense or anything to get inside against Northern Valley's D.
Well, it was pretty obvious the first quarter, but even more so the second quarter. The second quarter, Northern Valley had 11 shots inside the key in the paint, and Lenora had 1, and they didn't hit that. So that's the story of the ball game. Northern Valley is getting the ball inside, and they're scoring when they do get it in there, and they are quick enough on defense. And the 2 big girls for Lenora aren't moving well inside the lane. They're not getting the ball in. They're taking outside shots. They're not shooting well. The second quarter then, Lenora was 3 of 12, and as I said, only 1 shot in the paint. And Northern Valley, on the other hand, was 9 of 15, which is 60%, and virtually all of those were in the paint and on fast break layups. Now, they're shooting just about the same number of shots, 15 to 12, but you know, the high percentage shots that Northern Valley is shooting is really the story of the ball game. That and Davis, she's been tearing them up, really. And just one more thing, Lance, the turnovers are 12 to 12, it's even. But the other story of it, defensively, defensively they have 8 rebounds, and Northern Valley has 16 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. So they've out-rebounded 18 to 8, which is the same as 10 more possessions. So
that's a tale of the ticker tape, so to say. We're going to take a break right now and send it back to the studios. The stats going for Northern Valley, as does the scoreboard right now. 42-18, Northern Valley's girls leading Lenora's girls. We'll send it back to the studio for about 4 minutes of news and weather and information. Then we'll be back for second half action.
Stereo Country 95.
Good High School. Good evening, everybody. This is Stereo Country 95, KKAN in Phillipsburg. 42-18, Northern Valley with the lead. Lance Lifford courtside with Jim Jacobs. And really, Northern Valley taking advantage of some things that Lenora said they weren't going to try to give them in comparison to their first ball game. The first time these 2 teams met, it went to Northern Valley 58-42. Then that ball game, Lenora was collapsing too much on their defense to one side. Head coach Einspar indicated he was going to try to cut the lane off and take away that cross lane pass. Do you think they've done that effectively tonight?
Well, Northern Valley is definitely not scoring from the weak side or the back side by rotating the ball around. They don't have to. They've been getting it in on the strong side. They've got to, Lenora's got to come across with more help side defense. They've got to come back and help when they do get the ball inside.
This goes to show Northern Valley with so many ways they can beat you. That's why they're 17-1 on the season. Just underway, second half action. Lenora got the tap out by Berry. Shot in the lane by David won't go. Rebounded by Stacy Ross for Northern Valley. So they're starting up right where they left off. Defensive boards and heading back down the other way in a quick fashion. Northern Valley going right to left. Kaiser right side of the key. She nets it. Boy, Kaiser likes the top area up there. 10 points now for Kaiser. Our score, 44-18. 7:24 to go in this third quarter. Let's see what happens, what type of adjustments Lenora has made. Or if Northern Valley keeps attacking the same way, why not? It's worked. David looking inside to Hickert, cut off there, though. Northern Valley in the zone right now. Well, they're matching up man, aren't they?
Yeah, they played a little bit of man very early in the game. I think more than anything else, they're just working on it, practice it, brush it up, because they may need it later on.
Pass inside to Hickert in the lane. She gets a turnaround jumper from about 5.
If Lenora has any hopes of getting back in the ballgame, they're going to have to be patient, take the time to get that good shot, and on the other end, they're going to have to stop Northern Valley somehow.
Really putting it time to come back from the deficit. Side, left side, but not the way Northern Valley shoots, it seems like. Just as I say that, Rhonda Sides puts it in from the left side from about 15. 46-20 for Rhonda, 6 points. Northern Valley pressuring full court again. David brings it across the timeline, but Kaiser takes it away. It's still loose in the corner. Davis going for it. Barlow behind her. Davis comes up with it. Bounces it over to Kaiser. And there's Barlow coming up from behind, so she gives back a little bit to Northern Valley what they've been giving her all night. A little of your own medicine, she says. Over to Hickert, right side. Over to Berry. Berry, jumper from 18. Just a little short. Kaiser with the rebound. She's looking to push it up court.
Right now, Northern Valley has Lenora caught between a rock and a hard place. As Davis just showed you again, she scores down low. But the problem is their outside shooting is so good that Lenora would almost have to go man-to-man to stop that, but they don't have anybody that has the quickness of Davis and can stop them inside. So either way, they're in a lot of trouble.
Got a collision on the far side right at half court. It's going to go against 2-5 blue, and that'll be Jean David. As she was bringing it across the half-court line, she ran into Stacy Ross. They did the offensive player control foul as Ross had position. She went down. She took the brunt of that, but she did draw the foul. Left side on that baseline side, bouncing it into Monica Ross. And they're going to call 3 seconds again. That's a third 3-second call. At least in this type of a ball game, it's not going to hurt you, but in a closer game, it could.
Well, I'm pretty familiar with this official. He watches that pretty close down there. He's called 3 times on it now.
Our officials tonight, Norm Cleaver and Harv Cayley around the Greenfield, Wheatland area.
Norm's from Hoxie, and Harv, I think, is from Winona out there.
Shot on the right side, well ball for Lenora. That was Hickert, rebounded there by Davis. We were talking about before the game, to be officiated at regional or sub-state action, you have to be pretty good. Gentlemen are keeping control of this game. Pass down low, right side. Last touch, they say, by Riemann.